Right.
And there was one guy, and I knew the minute the plane boarded that this guy was going to be the worst traveler on the plane. I don't know if you...
Well, is it just
like,
intuition?
you always... I just travel so much now that I try... Like, I find,
it.
like, the guy, and I'm just like,
Right.
that's the guy. So he was wearing his sunglasses at 9 o'clock in the morning when we boarded, and he was still wearing them at 9 p.m. when we re-boarded again.
Right.
So he's wearing his sunglasses, you know,
The whole
all
time,
day,
never take 'em
basically, in the airport. And
So he's a Terminator.
he also immediately asked them to serve him red wine. So our flight boarded at like 9:30. So he was AM. He was like, "When can I get red wine?" Which is actually disgusting to drink first thing in the morning.
It is.
Red wine is that's a really gross, like a warm red wine
bueno.
first thing in the morning.
Right.
Has shades on, and then he was like bopping around, like giving, you know, like basically just like giving the finger guns and stuff. That guy was the worst.
Wait, was this the guy that was playing guitar in the airport?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. There was another guy that was playing guitar. That guy was also on my flight. Just there's a guy who just like whipped out an acoustic guitar he was playing. It was
like this
madness.
Is the time.
But
this is the time to do
worst
this.
guy, when we got back on the plane, there had been Subway sandwiches that Delta had like ordered for everybody.
Oh, that's nice.
I guess.
Question mark?
But like also, I don't know. He found out about the Subway after he'd already reboarded, and therefore his sandwich was void because he couldn't get it because it was out in the
Subway
gate.
For the,
and he started losing it at a flight attendant who, by the way, like they had switched planes. This was a whole other crew. This guy like has no idea what's going on. He's just like, I heard there was Subway, and I did not receive my Subway. And he's still wearing his sunglasses. He's like, I just sat at a bar all day. I'm really hammered. I need Subway, which is
I heard there was Subway.
And also, like, this guy does not eat Subway. I'm just guessing by, like, his whole outfit.
Yeah.
He just, like, wanted to be a real problem.
Yeah.
You know? So I actually turned around. He's sitting right behind me. And I did something I've never done to an adult person. But I just couldn't control my arms. I raised one finger to my lips, and I just went, shh. You have to be quiet about sandwiches. I said that. I did. I actually shushed him.
Did you know when you woke up that morning?
I looked him in his eyes, and I said, you have to... I looked him in his sunglasses.
You told an adult person, you have to be quiet about sandwiches.
You have to be quiet about sandwiches.